Hello and welcome to yet another Ask Marlon live show. So glad to have you here today on this Wednesday evening. So please connect. Yeah, it's our sixth show today. So proud to be back and saying hello to you from all over the world. So I'll give you a couple of minutes for everyone to connect and say hello. Please say hello on the comments so I can, and also let me know where you are connecting from. Yeah. So the main thing that we have this show is to share our knowledge and ask and answer any questions that you have that you would love to know from a technology point of view or a business or consulting to grow your business or to improve your technology, to make any changes you need, taking the stuff to the cloud, etc., etc. So um, basically created this show to share my knowledge and my colleagues and my friends. So happy to bring anyone on online and have a discussion about things and answer any questions. So in this show you actually get real answers to real questions. So that's the whole point. um, I want to also get the team involved and get everyone, active, because I think one of the main things is that these days we shy to get online, create any videos or content. So and not to create it for the just for the sake of it. So to do it well and to do it with some need that we can fulfill. So hi Johan, hope you're doing well. Hi, I can't see the other user. Thank you very much. Yeah, also let us know where you're coming from. Yeah, Bernard, hello, you're also in Sydney. Hopefully you didn't get affected by the rains. Today I went towards Richmond, and oh my God, there's still a lot of water there. So if you didn't know, throughout the world, we had in Sydney and Queensland, Brisbane and Sydney, so New South Wales and the Queensland, we had massive rains for like a whole week. So we've been flooded around the area. A lot of people, so hearts go out to everyone who's affected, and hopefully you can get back in there and do the cleanup and get back into life. And so please get involved in all the movements and charities that are helping people to get back on. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to mention the topics that you could ask. Hey Nada, how are you doing? Nada is in Sri Lanka, in part of our team. So we can ask questions about leadership and culture, management and business strategy, technology at work, anything else if you want to know. And I don't have the direct answers, I will find out from any of my colleagues or my contacts and then get back to you. Also, if you have any questions, please email me on askmarlon at visitglobal.com, and we'll discuss those. So today I just want to introduce, there's a really fantastic human being that I have known over the last maybe a couple of years. Um, his name is Jindu. So he lives in which country was it now? I forget. Is it Tanzania? I'll find out anyway from D. Can you, if you pop me the country, then I can say that. And he's fantastic human being that actually gives so much value and love to everyone. And sorry, yeah, he's from Nigeria. That's the other country that I remember it, and then I wrote it down somewhere, but I forgot. So yeah, he's in Nigeria, and he is going to join us shortly, and we're going to talk about hopefully some of his experiences, and he's had some massive transformation in using LinkedIn and social media. So we can ask him questions, In the meantime, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to pop in them there. I also say hello on the link. So basically, I can say hello back to you. So today, I think while we're waiting for that, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the remote working and teams, and what's important for us to really have a good operation and a good connection with our team members. So some of the things that I have heard that's really taken on and taken off is to um, work when you're working with teams to have apart from the work meetings and the Zoom calls and the team Microsoft team calls and whatever not you have, also book some time to connect and have a chat. So so as a manager or leaders, you need to allocate some time for the teams to catch up and officially maybe say hello to each other and see how they're going. Also, if you are a team member, you need to make sure that you're available to have those meetings and chit chats with your manager, so that you actually have real good rapport and connectivity, with regards to communication, and you feeling really well about it. So if you not feeling good about any situation with a client or home or whatever it is, that you need to have a chat to someone and make sure you don't bottle it in. So with remote working with teams, I think my recommendation always is to have the camera and have interaction with hey Dee, how are you doing, Devani? Thank you very much for all the support and also calling. We'll wait for a couple of more people. So one of the things that I would say is that when you're doing your calls, do them in video calls as much as you can. Also, I think that gives you basically a level of connection, and you see people. So if you're not when you're traveling and going and seeing people, it has similar effects. So yeah, so earlier this week, I think I posted some messages on LinkedIn and a couple of the other social media areas that um, after a long time we traveled to Brisbane to that was after like 15 months. So it was surreal to get on a plane and get in front of some of my clients and some team members and some ex-colleagues, etc. So it was really fantastic to do that. I'm hoping that the situation allows us to hopefully travel soon internationally, and also get on some programs that we can actually go and do some major events and things like that in person. So so how is the situation over in your area? Like you still at the moment working from home, or are you able to travel to the locations you are? So please let me know. um, so one of the things I was going to ask you also was to um, connect with the people when you're doing work remotely. I think to have a routine. So basically, the routine of if you are um, getting up in the morning and you have to do some Zoom calls or some work, like you normally go to work, have your wash and maybe have a bit of a change and have your breakfast and do the same routine. Because another thing that you're gonna find out is that when we go have to go back again, is that the change is so drastic that you will your body and your whole system may give you a little bit of a hiccup. So yeah, get into the program that if you're going to come back to going to work, then I know some of my colleagues are going to work like 1 or 2 days a week, etc. So yeah, so this is a couple of my tips. If you're doing remote working, or and then needing to get ready to go back. So I think last week we had Holly, who gave us some really good tips on Holly Smith, who is an online trainer guru that gave us some tips to actually keep on. So if you want to watch that one from last week, please do so. And if you watching this on the recording, please when you're commenting and asking any questions, put a hashtag replay so that I know they were from before, and I can go and respond to them specifically. So the next one I was gonna maybe talk to you about was the attitude that you have towards whatever you do. So the best or the perfect attitude to have is the can-do attitude. That is basically saying that anything that is possible, that you have everything that you see or perceive, and when you come about that as a work opportunity, or or a sales opportunity, or a business opportunity, or a career opportunity, whatever it is, you are positive to accept it. So it's absolutely vital that you have yeah the ability to be open to receive those opportunities, because what happens then is then you can come up with a plan, or you're ready to provide some quality service based on what you would like to see happen. So if it's outcome that someone's after, you definitely are aligned to do that. So I would call it the positive mental attitude. So Napoleon Hill um, said that that is one of the most key success principles that he found after he interviewed hundreds of people that are very successful business people in the the early 1900s. He was appointed by Dale Carnegie, I think, or is it Andrew Carnegie, who was a very successful businessman at that time, to do some research. And yeah, so I think hopefully through this period have managed to hold on to that, and get good results based on positive attitude. So yeah, one of the things that my buddy Edward, who's been on here before, and we when we caught up just before COVID happened, we talked about what are we going to do now, since this situation is going to actually impact everyone. So we discussed, and we decided that we're going to double and triple down on doing activities to take our projects and our businesses to the next level. So his business has doubled during the COVID period, and even at our company BizTech Global, we have not really doubled itself, but increased so much of value and revenue and clients and projects that it's really worked well. So so doing the activities, having the correct attitude, and being open to possibilities and opportunities is absolutely the way to go. So yeah, that's what I just want to share and talk to you about. So just want to see what else we had there to discuss today. Yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them on here. And yeah, I will wait for Jindu to arrive. Hopefully, he'll arrive soon to ask some questions all the way from Nigeria. So over here, it's I guess 5:45 or 6, almost 6 p.m. And over there, it's going to be 7:45 or 8 a.m. Yeah. So what I'll do is, while we're waiting there, we'll do some shout outs, because I think we may otherwise run out of time at the end. So I'm going to share some shout outs here. Just going to bring that up. Hopefully. Okie dokie. So first one is my friend 𝐶𝐚𝐭𝐞 𝐓𝐢𝐬𝐚. She lives in Pakistan, and she's a fashion designer and a person who actually works with textiles and all sorts of products and things that she provides. So before she was working in a couple of companies that were doing, she was like the chief, designer or the fashion person in the company. So now she has gone solo, and just want to very proud to say that she's just returned back from Dubai after her what do you call own exhibition or a fashion show. So she created some um, yeah. So um, what I was gonna say was I'm just looking at a couple of messages. Yeah, I think there's some issues happening in some of the social media platforms. So hopefully you can see and hear everything well. Yeah, so I think Tishin was really amazing in creating these things. She's very independent and very very what do you call driven person that I cannot wait to see her really taking that business to the next level, and hopefully we can have Tashin on this show to talk about design and creativity and the tenacity to achieve outcomes that you set your mind to. So yeah, so hi Tashin, when you watch this, hopefully you're smiling and be proud of your achievements in what you've done. So thank you very much. So what I'll do is I'll bring the next person up. So someone popped up in there. So hey, Janali, how are you doing? Janali is also from Sri Lanka. So and just gonna bring this one up here. Yeah, the next one is basically Lassie. So Lassie is part of the excellence about coaching with Edward. So yeah, and they provide your really I guess social media experience and influence programs that how to persuade for sales and be the best at what you're doing on LinkedIn and social media. So Lassie is the quiet one because Edward's the one who normally drives the front end, but I can say that Lassie does almost of the work, with Edward, and she's always behind the scenes. So today I want to give a bit of shout out to her, Lassie, and thank you very much for all the work you do and the amazing family that you have. You really, really appreciate your support and services that you offering all of us. So yeah, please accept our thank you for all the hard work you do. So I have not said that I'm putting your thing online here, and if you're watching it, yeah. So thank you again, and our heartfelt gratitude to all the work that you do. So yeah, so let me just remove that. And I think we had a couple of messages coming through, so I'm just gonna check the yeah. So she's gonna come online hopefully shortly. So hopefully you have all the questions that you lined up, and yeah, let's go ahead and have a chat. So any other questions, any from anyone that online? Please send them through. Today is a bit quiet, maybe because of the weather over here. I'm kidding. Yeah, so one of the things that I was gonna do also was um, have like a phone a friend on the system here. So have set up everyone. So hey Ronnie, how are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day. So yeah, if you have any questions for Jindu or anyone, please feel free to send them through. And if you're watching this video live show on the recording, please type hashtag replay before you or during that comment so that I can respond back. So, and if you have any questions, when you're not online, please also you can email them on the askmarlon at 𝐒𝐚𝐾 email address. So one of the other things I was going to say was that regarding the technology and services and things that we have, I want to also create a couple of panel discussions regarding some of the tech stuff we're doing, mainly also to introduce the team. And because some people ask me, say, Marlon, what do you do? Like, so I definitely a consultant or a technology and a technology mentor that helps businesses review their technology and make recommendations and strategies to grow their business and have the proper standards and security and things like that. And also provide services. So that is part of what I do, and also mentor people in regards to businesses and increasing their profits and getting their services intact. So at BizTech Global, we also have services that are in IT services, software development, and bit of marketing technologies regarding LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, etc., and also live streaming and things like that. We also provide accounting, resources and work for accounting, Australian, UK accounting services. So this is like if you have any need of virtual accounting or bookkeeping, etc., please get in touch with us and we can help you out. So we'll put a link in the services and things like that on this live show. So we're waiting for now. I think, Mr. Jindu has, I think, arrived on the other side. So when he's ready, we'll bring him online. Do you want to bring Jindu online? Hey, Jindu, how are you doing, man?
I'm cool. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you too, man. So yeah, so hi everyone. This is Jindu from all the way from Nigeria. I've known, so we call him Chief, or short. It's early morning for him, so sorry for waking up early. uh, and so I've known
Yeah.
Chief for a little while, and she's amazing. Has an amazing journey that he has come through, and it was very, very. She used to write a lot of poems and very poetic before, and now he mainly concentrates on writing amazing content and I guess converting creative ideas into words and text. That is what he do. So yeah, Chin, maybe introduce yourself a little bit to everyone, and then we have some questions, and hopefully we get more, and we'll start talking about them.
Yeah.
Cool. So what we'll do is we'll bring the questions up. Maybe you can hear me, okay, right, Chin? Did you want to bring the questions up?
Hello. Can you get back again? I think I lost you at some point.
Yeah.
Could you
So do you
please
know?
repeat it again?
Yeah, I think we had a bit of a breakup on the line. So I was just saying,
Yeah.
do you want to share a little bit of what you do right now? Maybe just take a minute and quickly explain to everyone, and then
Oh,
jump into the question.
okay. Okay, all right. Hi everyone, and thanks again, Marlon. And it's good to be here with you. All the way from Africa, connecting with you down there in Australia. Whoever is watching this, I'm so excited to be here. I'm Chinedu. I'm Chinedu, like everyone knows me. Everyone that probably follow me. I'm Chinedu Junior Ihekwoaba. And what I do basically is help companies to sell. I help companies to sell their brands, to sell their products online through content because we know they always say content is king. If you connect with people out there in the social media space, you need your content to connect with them. You need to reach out to them. You need to build relationship with them. And that is when people can trust you and want to work with you, or people can trust you and want to buy from you. So that's what I've been doing from 2017 till this moment. I've been helping companies tell their stories and get in front of their target audience and also make sales. So it's so good to be here with you, and I look forward to getting down with you on this program.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and yeah, thanks for yeah, being on the show. So yeah, we'll pop some questions we hadn't gotten before when we I think published your thing. So um, let's say here when we see. So I think there was when someone wants to start
Someone wants to
writing
start
and create,
writing and creating
yeah,
a career.
we should
Okay. Yeah, when someone wants to start writing and create a career in writing, where should they start from? That's an excellent question. A lot of people ask me this question every time. I facilitate classes. I facilitated more than 8 classes from last year to this moment, and I'll be doing the 10th class on the 3rd of April. And when people ask me, how do I start? I want to write. The first thing I tell the person is I ask this question. It's very straight and simple. Are you ready? That's what I
mhm.
ask. Are you ready? If the person say yes, are you sure you're ready? Okay. If you think you're ready, then I will ask you, I say, why do you want to write? See, why do you? Because that's the purpose. Everyone must define their purpose in life. If you want
Yeah.
to be a doctor, why do you want to be a doctor? If you want
Mhm.
to be a lawyer, why do you want to be a lawyer? If you want to be an engineer, why do you want to be an engineer? There must be a reason.
I think I lost you for a little bit.
Struggling. Okay. Is it back now? I think
Yeah,
we're
we're back. Yeah,
struggling a bit with the network, with the connection.
yeah, we come back again.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
think
better?
I was
Is it
gonna
better
say,
now?
yeah, it's okay. We'll keep talking. And so what I was gonna say to you is that
Oh.
the reason of your parents want you to be a doctor is not a good enough reason, I think, or a writer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Writing is not a profession that is popular. It's not popular here in Nigeria. I don't think it's popular in Africa, but I wouldn't say for other African countries. But I would talk. Uh,
Yeah, you're
okay,
back.
I don't know why we're struggling with this network. It's absurd. We're having connection problem. Uh,
That's okay.
okay,
Just keep talking. We'll go
is it
through it.
back now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what I was saying is writing is not something that is popular in Africa. I don't. It's not popular in Nigeria, but I don't know for other. I think in other African countries as well. I can say it's not a profession. Every child wakes up and say, I want to become a writer.
Okay, we lost Chi. So what I'm going to do is try and bring him on the mobile phone, maybe, if I can. Just give me a second. Please keep sending your
Gosh, and the connection is horrible. So I'm trying to switch the network.
Okay, I got you on the phone now. If you want, you on the live call.
Let me get back to that. I'll get back to the live call. I'll get back to the live call now.
Okay.
I'm trying to switch the connection. I think it's horrible here. So I'm moving location.
Cool.
All right, I'll come back now.
Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, it's technology. I just got my system set up here so I can dial someone too. So I tested that one real time today. So yeah, so she's apologizing that he have had network difficulties. So thank you very much for staying online, and hopefully we'll have him shortly back again here. In the meantime, I think we were talking about you have to have purpose to be able to do something that you're really passionate about. So I think one of the things that I saw Gary Vee post today, actually I shared, maybe I'll bring it up here. I think well, she is coming online. Yep, I think she's back. So
I think it's better now. Okay, I think it's better now. So
yeah, definitely better.
I have to change the Wi-Fi. I think it's weak because of the weather is bad here, and we're in the rainy, so that's why we're having that connection problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
very good.
Yeah. Okay. So can I get that question back? If anyone wants to start? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Someone wants to start writing and create career in writing. Where should they start? Yeah. Writing, the first thing I ask the person is, are you ready? And that's the question I ask, because if you want to be a doctor, you want to be a musician, you want to be an artist, whatever you want to be in life, the first thing is you must define your purpose, why you want to do it. And when you define that purpose, like why do you want to, then it helps you to know who to reach out to, who you want to write for. Just like if you say you want to be a doctor, then why do you want to be a doctor? Because you want to treat people. So it's easier for you to now know what kind of people do you want to treat. Is it, there are different kinds of sicknesses, and we have different kind of doctors that they all work in different field. We have the one that dentist, we have optician. So same way we have in writing. If you want to write, who do you want to write for? Once you know the people you want to write for, it's easier for you to know what you want to write. So that's why I ask people, why do you want to write? If you cannot tell me in a sentence why you want to write, then I'll tell you, man, I don't think you will last in that game. But the moment you know why you want to write, like this is why I want to write, because I've asked a lot of people in most of the classes that I facilitate. I've facilitated more than 8 classes you know, I'll be doing the 10th class on April 3rd. I'll be doing the 10th class on writing, teaching
Okay.
people how to write. So a lot of people have come to me that they want to write. And in the process, I have asked them questions, and only a few have actually passed it. Why? Because they don't really understand why they want to write. So when I ask people, why do you want to write, and you can answer that, then you are one step closer to becoming a writer, you know. So anyone who wants to start, the first thing is
Yeah.
ask yourself, why do I want to start writing?
Yeah, you have to be passionate about. So I think today, I was actually I put this online here while we're talking about it. I think let's see what it looks like here. Yeah, so Gary Vaynerchuk said, if you're building a business around something you love, you're more like if you love it, you're more likely to work hard and get there. So I think it was I shared this post because, and not only about, about you being passionate about it, but if you really aligned to, what you love, how you go about do it, then basically it becomes such a more enjoyable journey. It's like you're passionate to do that. You don't feel time, because when you're having so much of fun, normally you don't see even time passing. You know what I mean? Like when you go on a holiday, we don't notice the time going. But if you're doing some homework or something like that, we don't want to do. It's like half an hour feels like 30 hours. You know what I mean? So that's the same mentality. So yeah, thank you so much. I think that's really good feedback for people who um, yeah. So I've got a question here from, I think, one of the LinkedIn users name didn't pop up. I'll read it. Hi Jindu, can you share your work on teaching the younger generation? Yes, I think I've been talking to some of the people about the amazing work you're doing. So yeah. So do you want to share a little bit about that, Jin?
Okay. Oh, thank you. All right. I don't know who sent this because the person seems to be anonymous, but thanks for
Yeah.
that question, and I will talk about it. In 2018, or is it 19? I can't remember the particular year, but I think in 2018, I was at the ATM stand. You know what they call ATM, right? The
Yeah, yeah,
ATM, you know it.
yeah,
Okay. I was
yeah.
at the ATM. I want to be sure it's not only in Nigeria we call it the ATM. So I was at the ATM. I was trying to get money out and do some running around to buy things. So while I was at that ATM, I saw a little boy crying. Was crying. A boy of like 12 years. So I look at him like a young boy crying early in the morning while you should be in school. So I'm like, why are you crying? Come on, go to school. Then he's like, he was crying. I'm like, what is the problem? Are you all right? I said, go back to school. He said, I was sent out of school. I said, if you're sent out of school, then go home. Go home to your parents and tell them you've been sent out of school. And he was like, I don't have parents. So I look at him like, what are you saying? A 12-year-old boy, you don't have parents? Okay, fine. If you don't have parents, who do you stay with? Go to the person. He said, I stay with my grandma, and the grandma is of about 83 years. I said, okay. So if you stay with your grandma, why don't you go home to your grandma? He said, because my grandma is not going to give me money.
Mm.
So I looked at him like, what do you mean? What are you saying? He said, I work for myself to make money to pay my tuition. I look at him like, you gotta be crazy with what you're saying. How can a 12-year-old boy work for himself and pay his tuition? What do you do? What kind of work do you do? So I asked him, he said, I hawk in the street.
Mhm.
When he said that, I said, okay. Because hawking is something that is so popular in Africa. People hawk on the street. Little kids, you see them hawk on the street to
Yeah.
make ends meet. So I'm like, okay. Now that you hawk on the streets, how do you make money? How much do you make? He said, on a good day, on a good day, I make $1. I said, what? And I save it. I save what I said, okay. So we said I pay my tuition because the school runs for like 12 or 13 weeks. He said, so I pay every week. I save for that week I pay. I look at the boy with so much ambition, like, wow, wow. He has lost both parents. He stays with the grandma. So I said, take me to your school. I need to know what is going on there. So when I got there, because I wanted to be sure if that story is telling me it's true, because I didn't believe it, because I was like, how can a young boy? So when I got there, I asked the teacher that, do you know this boy? They said, yes. Can you share more about him? Then they started to share his stories like, oh, he's an orphan, and as you look at him, he's ambitious, he sells in the street, and he saves money, and he's been paying for his tuition for the past 1 year when he lost both parents. I was shocked, like, what? You guys know this about his story and you still collect money? You can't put him on scholarship. They said, no, we would have loved to put him on scholarship, but there are many kids like him in this school. So we cannot afford to give all of them scholarship because we have our own children to take care of as well. We are not earning a lot of money here. So I asked them, how much is his tuition? How much is his tuition for a year? Then I was told it's something like, let me remember that figure, it's tuition for a year because it's a government school, so the fees it's less than $100. I said, less than $100 for a year? How many years does he have left in this school? They told me he has like 2 years left. I said, that's like $200. I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna cover his $200 for the next 2 years. And whatever he has paid this year, I want you to refund it back to him. And I'll cover for this year. Now, give me 10 more kids, 9 more kids with him to make 10 that are going through this experience. They don't have parents and they want to study. They really want to study, but they don't have the financial capability. Give me 9 more and let me add to this boy so they can be 10. I'll cover their tuition till they come out of school. And that's how I realized that a lot of people are struggling. I know a lot of because I struggled too. Growing up as a kid, I struggled. But it's just that mine was still better than that little boy's situation. At least I have both parents and my mom did everything to take care of me. But this little boy has nobody. So I thought about it and said, this is an opportunity to give back to the world. We don't have to wait till I become Bill Gates or Elon Musk before I say I can help. So I said, I can help in my own little way. If it's just 2-3 kids, I can pay their tuition and they can finish. They will be happy and they will always remember that someone was kind to them at some point in their life. So they will go and pay it forward too, because someone also helped me. So I try to do so many things. I realize some of them don't have textbooks. They don't have writing materials, they don't have shoes, they don't have socks. So I started to buy some of these things and I shared to them. And that was the time I bought socks, I shared. That was the time I bought books, I shared. And that was how I just keep doing the best I can do for them. And that's just the journey about what I've been doing for younger generation.
That's fantastic, G. And I think, as we go forward, I'm sure we'll, share those programs you're doing and see if we can, get the rest of the world to help them and, make their, especially education journey and, livelihood. I wouldn't even call it lifestyle because, it's a bare necessity things, so yeah. So thanks for sharing the story, and that's definitely fantastic to hear. So good luck and God bless you on the journey that you're going through. Definitely will participate in it. Yeah. So there's I think a couple of other questions popped up. Dee, do you want to pop them up so we can maybe tackle them?
Okay.
Yeah, I got my social media guru there's on the other side, so she's putting them up there. So do you want to read that one?
What is the biggest lesson you've learned about building a career in writing in the last few years? Wow, it's something I shared. I learned to network and build. Networking is what I've learned so far. Any business that is thriving, go look at it. It has a
Mm.
strong network. When I mean network, relationship. Because if you're gonna do business all alone, you don't want to work for anyone, then you must really, really network with a lot of people. And that's what I see. You see me doing online. Networking has made you and I to get on this call now because we could probably
Absolutely.
have been connected and I don't reach out to you, I don't say hello to you. And you also can be, but there was a
Yeah.
point that I didn't see you online and I said, hey, I've not been seeing you online. Is everything okay? And that's
Yeah.
how I do with a lot of people. I learned to build my network around people because business is all about people. Whatever you're doing is all about people. If your
Absolutely.
business is not all about people, it's just a matter of time, it will collapse. If it's not all about people, it will collapse. It's just a matter of time. So a business that is built around people will always stand the test of time. So writing taught me to build relationship with people, to build a strong network. And I can tell you, sometimes I just sit there and a lot of people just reach out to me and say, hey, Chi, someone is looking for a ghostwriter for a book and this
Mm.
and that. Hey, my man, go and talk to this person. And when I get to talk to the person, it doesn't take time because the person introducing me to that client has already done the work. Like, this guy is awesome. He's a fantastic writer. Hire him and let him work for you. And before you
Absolutely.
realize, I just go there and the guy is asking me, okay, how much will you take to do this for me? Then we're just discussing fee, nothing more. There are many opportunities that I've got that I didn't do any interview. Why? Because
Yeah.
I went through my network helped me.
Mm.
So that's what I've learned. A lot of people they struggle in the writing career because they are working all alone. They are working solo.
Yeah. So I
You
think,
can work solo. Yeah,
yeah.
you
And I
can
think,
work. You can work. You trying to say something?
no, you go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, you can't work all alone in business and say, yeah, it is just one man. It's one man. You'll get burned. You need to leverage other people's network at some point in time. So that's what I have learned so far, and you'll be surprised that ever since I've started my writing career, I've built relationship with a lot of people. There are people, some of my connections on LinkedIn that will just reach out to me and say, hey, I see you're promoting your writing class. I want to sponsor 5 people. I want to sponsor 10 people. I want to sponsor 15 people. I want to sponsor 20 people. It's been 2 days ago, one of my connection, I'm going to mention his name, whether he likes it or not. Michael Chapman. You know Michael
Yeah.
Chapman?
Yeah. I know
He just
Michael.
reached out to me and said, he just reached out to me and said, I want to sponsor 5 people for your class. He said, I just saw, this network is because we've built relationship over time. And there are amazing people too, that some of them will tell me, don't mention my name, don't mention my name. There was even a guy I was not connected to. He just wrote to me, he said, I love what you're doing. We are not connected. He just said, I
Mm.
love what you're doing. And I want to sponsor 10 people for your class.
Yeah.
And I was shocked, like, wow. So it's all about network.
Yeah.
You know, it's my
And
network.
I think so one of the things I just want to add there, Jay, is that when you, like, for example, we've known each other for, I guess, a couple of years at least, and also I think it's through Michael David Chapman and a couple of those groups that we are in. um, when you're super authentic and real, and you share your stories, you share your struggles, you share your winnings, what happens is that people connect and resonate. You know what I mean? So I think more than the networking, the part is that you have to be open to receiving that. You cannot be pompous, you can't be arrogant about it. So you need to be authentic about who you are. And if you need help, or if you're talking about what you're doing, there definitely people will connect and do that. So I was just, before you came, I was just talking about having the correct attitude. So attitude is about not giving, attitude is about attitude to receive, attitude to serve people, and be available to and open to all opportunities that are also giving. You know what I mean? So and I'm, yeah, one of those things that will do certain things but we don't want to be known as. So I think there's so many of real beautiful human beings out here. So one of my passions is to actually really bring that out and talk to the world about how we share that, and how we should do that without being silent, because at the end of the day, you can only you can only um, do this more to help more people, you know what I mean, and depending on, regardless of which community or which country that they live in. So it's very powerful. So thank you very much for sharing that. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's go. I think there are a couple of other ones pop up there. So yeah, so there are a couple of other people who said hello. I think Justin, thank you very much. Yeah, so Janali, I have another question here.
Okay.
What is the most common problem creative people struggle with getting new opportunities? I think this one's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's the same problem I went through too. The problem is acceptance that we struggle with. People accepting your work, people finding the reason why they should work with you. So I think it's the most common problem is people accepting your work. When I started, then I wrote to a lot of people, even Tim Denning. Tim Denning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shared his stories too about when he started his writing journey, and he reached out to a lot of people and they did not accept him. They said no, 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 not because his work is not good. They just do not accept him because they believe maybe he's not a thought leader in that space. So the same problem I went through. I wrote to a lot of, there are many, if I go through my emails, I can find like 50 to 80 emails of companies that I wrote to that I want to write for them. I want to help them maybe ghostwrite, do all sort of writing.
Okay.
And some didn't respond. Majority, like 70% did not respond back to me. 30% said no. So I was just left there struggling on my own. And you said something earlier, like being authentic, being the real me, allow people to resonate and accept me. So that was how I overcome that problem of people accepting me for what. Because I was the time I used to charge very low because I just want to keep that client like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take, let's say the work is $100, I would say I would take $10 because I just want the person to accept me. But as time goes on, when I got accepted, I started working with people, and I have proof that yes, I have the work history is there. A lot of people can look into my portfolio and see I work with a company in America, I work with a company in Canada. So it became much more easier for people to now accept me, and I was able to break that barrier of people saying no to me. And a lot of people, and being able to build, as well, I advise anyone, try to build yourself as a thought leader in whatever you are doing. It's going to bring lots of opportunities for you. So, and it's going to make your work to be accepted. So me being a thought leader in writing and what I do over time on LinkedIn created lots of opportunities for me. And I break that band.
Both of us, I think. Yes, I think. And I think, yeah, I feel that LinkedIn, and especially LinkedIn, has been, I guess, the opportunity to connect with people without traveling. So I would say that you know it's so powerful. That's why I really love talking to everyone. So I don't know, I could do this every day. So the team goes, no, let's just do it every week or every other week. So because a lot of work to organize and get everything going. But yeah, I could just talk to all my contacts, and there's like thousands of people there every day, and really take the joy to the next level, and help each other out. So yeah, so thank you for that on that one. Sandamini is asking another one. So hi Sandamini, hi, can you give us some tips in getting better writing blogs and updates for social media? So yeah, any tips for amateur?
Uh, it's easier. It's easier. Like I always say, if you want to write every day. That's the only tip I give to people. I tell people, hey, write every day. whether you like it or not. If you want to get better, the best tip is once you can identify why you want to write.
Yeah.
Now ask yourself, who do you want to write? Who do you want to write for? Who do you want to write to? When you know why you want to write and you know who to write for or who to write to, it helps you to know what to write. If I say I want to write about COVID-19, then I'll ask myself, why do I want to write about COVID-19? I'll say, okay, I want to write about COVID-19 because it's deadly and I want to tell people to stay safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Who are the people I want to tell? Everybody. So if it's going to be everybody, then I will definitely know what to write. So that's one of the tips I tell the people: know why you want to write, know who you want to write for, and know what you want to write. And when you know those three, practice it every day, whether you like it or not. I started writing for 6 months. I didn't make money for 6 to 7 months when I was writing. When I started, 6 to 7 months, I didn't make a dime. I was just building. I was doing it. I was doing it for the love. Like the caption you shared earlier about Gary V, that if you build your business around something you love, it's easier for you to work hard. So many times you see me give back to help. I'll give myself time. Like I must write 5 articles today, and I'll get up and I'll be looking at the time. Nobody gave me that time. I just gave myself the time, and I'll be looking at the time. I'll be writing, I'll be looking at the time, I'll be writing. And any day I don't meet up with that target, I'll feel bad, like I lost a lot of money. But nobody was paying me to do that. I was just building myself up. And in the process, I got better. And the truth is, nobody can ever start anything without being a learner first. So you have to be a learner. Read people. Find people that you love their work. Make them your mentor. Go and read from them every day. I read Tim Dennis' content back then. I still read it till now. I go and read his content every day. And it helped me to become a better storyteller where I write it, because I saw the way he tells his stories. So if you want to get better, know why you want to write, know who to write for. It will help you to know what to write. Then do it every day. Read other people's work as well. It will help you to get the insight to amplify your thoughts.
That's awesome. And gee, just a quick one on, so with writing, like, I don't know, I've heard these little excuses from people. So they're like, oh, I can't write on the computer. I can write on this. I can't write on that. So I think, some people naturally, like writing journals and writing things. So I think the main thing is to get the ideas out, right, to whatever medium that you are, and then you can convert it. So I think, I can write on the computer, or I write more, even more fluidly on a notepad. I can write by reciting into a recorder, even better, because my thoughts come through more fluently when I'm not like sitting and scribing it. So I think there's many ways to do it, but definitely getting those ideas, and also sometimes you have, like, early mornings would be really insightful and powerful, or when you're going for a walk or whatever. So I have a couple of apps that I record my ideas, especially if I'm driving or anything like that. I can't, write or text or anything like that. So you'll, to do things safely, you need to have things that, works for you. So I think that was very powerful, and I think hopefully Sandamini, that answered all the questions and more. So I think we have one more here from Rukshana. Hi, Rukshana. Do you want to read that one, Chi?
Yeah. Hi, Rukshana. Do you have a favorite script or book? Can you share a bit about it? A favorite script or book. What I do majorly with the advent of social media, I think I get to read a lot on social media. I get to read on blogs. Like I read on Tribe Global. That's what I can share. That's where I go to read. Yes, I just read something. So I also write. I also contribute on Tribe Global. So I read on Tribe Global. I read Forbes. I read. I read. Those are the places I go. I read on, and when I read there, I already have people I go to read their work. you know.
Yeah.
And I already have what I want to read about. Sometimes when I go to Drive Global, I want to read about mindset, sometimes well-being. I want to read about it and learn one or two things. So that's where I go to research. That's what I use, Rushana, you know, that's what I use.
Absolutely. I think, so I think, I have similarly, like, for business and, technology and consulting, look at like Harvard Business Review and, Forbes and, the financial things. Definitely, consume more of content that, you want to really be up with, on a schedule sort of thing, so not aimlessly just read. I think the idea is to try and program them in so that you got a balance intake of content, right? One of everything is not good too much in too many doses. So yeah. So thank you, G. I think is there anything else you want to share with everyone? We let wind up our show soon. So
Oh,
say hello to everyone. I guess there were a couple of people who joined us before. If anyone, I guess, joining on the recording, put a hashtag as replay so that I know the comments are after the, so we can answer any questions. And if there's any question from Chi that you want to ask, or if you want to get in touch with him to help, sponsor or, get involved in some of the programs he's doing. Yeah, thank you, Devni. Thank you for your support. I think we'll put all the contact details and so she is on LinkedIn and I'm sure on other social media. So yeah, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I know how to say your first. It's
I
Jindu.
understand.
Yeah, but
It's
we'll tag
okay. It's
your
okay.
name. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Steve.
So okay, it's good to be here. You know, I've enjoyed my time sharing my experience, and you're doing a great job with your show. You know, and I would really recommend most of my connection to follow you and get up with this because this is just one of the best live shows I've been on, and I must say I really enjoy myself because it's really interactive and it's I'm able to share my knowledge to help and whoever as well and that's looking to go into writing and you listen to this, start start now. When should you start now. Don't procrastinate
Absolutely.
it. Start now. Don't say, okay, I want to be a writer. Be the writer. You are a writer already, so be it now. You are a writer. Everyone is a writer. That's the truth. Everyone is a writer. So
Absolutely.
be it now.
Yeah. I normally say,
Start.
G, sorry, go ahead.
Go
Yeah,
go ahead.
I normally say that for people to take the mirror out of the content. So the mirror is normally what you see yourself. If you take the mirror and throw it out and let other people see you, clearly, then it really works. And I would really recommend everyone who's listening here live or on the replay to go back on a couple of G's old posts and have a read of some of the stories and writing. And I told when I talked to Chi the other day, I'm like, I couldn't really understand, like, because he's writing and really deep poems. I had to like really sink into the content because he was fantastic. I mean, I fully understood, like,
Yeah.
you can't skim through really good writing. You know what I mean? You had to read it, you had to consume it. So yeah, so I'm so happy to have you, man, finally, and I'm sure we'll do a couple of more shows as we go forward. So
Definitely.
yeah,
I'm always open. Yeah.
Jindu, you're amazing, amazing man with amazing heart, man. So thank you so much for all the love and support and all the things you're doing for the young generation and educating them and giving them some hope. So I am really honored to have you here, and thank you so much from the bottom
Thank
of
you
my.
too. Yeah, thank you too. It's amazing to be here. Thank you everyone that has joined. I see Nada Farouk. Thank you. everyone that has asked questions and those that have listened. I like you all, and I wish you guys an awesome year.
Yep. Wish you the same. So bye for now, and I'll chat soon. See.
All right, thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
So yeah, that's Chinedu, my friend from Nigeria. So thank you everyone for all the support. Please, put in any comments you want to ask, any questions, and basically, if you have any questions, you can email them in or tag them with the hashtag replay. So put the email address up back again here. Yeah, and so we'll see you again in a couple of next week or week after. I'll put it on the post. Just want to say, hope you have a fantastic evening. Today's Wednesday, the hump day, so Easter's coming up soon. So stay safe and say hello. Please connect with G and myself if you're not already connected. And just want to share my parting quote, and that's basically saying, for Mahatma Gandhi to be the change that you want to see in the world. So start now, start today. If you're writing or if you're doing something, if you're being kind to someone, please do that. And I would say bye to you now. Thank you very much, and hope you enjoyed the show today.